whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hello, my name is Rocco, Leoncio, and I formally accept the nomination to run as historian for next year. The reason I'm running for this position mainly just boils down to the passions I have in games, being a full Filipino in America. No, I'm not Asian. In high school, I was one of the publicists for my Filipino club. It's called Club Makaisa. However, I did not really see passion in anyone during the gen meetings that I thought they would have. Most of the people either ran for status to have a position in the club, or for the snacks that we give out. Yeah, so this low-key led me to be really lazy during my time as publicist in the club and not give much effort. However, when Lawrence invited me to my first PAC gen meeting, I saw passion in almost everybody, and it was really welcoming, and it really made me feel like at home. I remember Lance bragging to everyone that I was going to be his first PAC turn, but that never happened. Even though I knew Lawrence in high school, I want to bring the same comfort that he brought me when I went to my first gen meeting, and I want to be able to continue to make people comfortable with showing up to the club and being on camera. Other than my passions, as a person that studied film for the past 7 to 8 years, have had multiple internships in New York City, and shot as a first AC for SUNY Lee, I would like to say I know my way around the camera. My plan for this year is to still include the monthly recaps that Lawrence did. However, instead of making it mainly photos, I want to do mainly videos, as I believe this creates more immersion for the club. On top of that, for the bigger events, I will also make a montage, its own montage. Since it's bigger, you want your own video for it. Other than that, I believe that this position is great for me because I am very social when it comes to meeting new people, and I love getting to know more people and their backgrounds and how they've come to be. This has also helped me establish a good connection with our next possible PR chair, Layla. And we had a call last night that lasted about 3 hours discussing ideas and themes for next year. Instead of making a PAC media team like Lawrence did, I plan to make a Google form where people in the club can upload and share their own videos that show the point of view of the gen members. So we decided to call it PAC Moments. Get it? PAC. Shout out my Canadian friends. Yeah. So with PAC Moments, then again, we're gonna make a Google form we're gonna add to the link tree where people or gen members can add their own point of views or videos for the events that will be included in the monthly recaps that I plan to make. To conclude, historian is more than coming up with the PMW games and announcing the PMWs that we see in gen meetings. It's about getting people to want to showcase their Filipino PAC passion, and making people want to be on camera to showcase that. So yeah.
All right, your first question is going to come for your pred, Lance.
Hi, what's up?
Hi.
Like you mentioned, I was kind of one of the people that helped you get comfortable with the club to show you what's going on here. Tell me about a time you had to approach a newcomer or a freshie to introduce them to your organization in high school.
Sorry.
Oh. My bad,
I thought you were for PAC or for high school?
I'm talking about for high school. So because you said you were a publicity officer for Club Makaisa. You worked heavily with them. Is there a time where you had to speak to a newcomer to the club or a freshie, inviting them to the club, and how did that go?
So mainly a lot of the freshmen came during our first gen meeting, but after that it started to die down. However, I don't know if you know these guys, but some of the freshmen that I've got to stay throughout the whole year and actually get them to run for a position. One of them was JD, and then one of them is Mark. I think one of them is running for assistant treasurer this year, and then the other one's doing also publicist because he brings he brings his camera everywhere. He's kind of like a mini me, I guess. But I guess it was just about getting to know them. That's how like I approached it, just like trying to introduce them to everything that we do. Trying to introduce them to like the other club members, like showing them around, like not showing them around, but like, you know, introducing them to people around who have been involved in the club for like a while now.
And then we have a second question, right?
We can say for after. We'll do.
Yeah.
I'll just ask the question. As you mentioned before, you wanted to create videos or even have montages. One of your predecessors, his name was Aiden, had the same idea to create small segments like cooking or just like a vlog. One thing he ran into very quickly was burnout because of the work that came behind it. How you ensure that you won't run into the same problem that he went. But
I mean, it's kind of inevitable. You're always gonna feel like that feeling of like laziness when it comes to doing something. However, I don't know. But I've been pursuing it for 7 to 8 years, like I said, and I really love film. Like I love showcasing. I love film and like putting my work out there. So that plus like the passion I have from being Filipino and what like the happiness that PAC brings me, I feel like as long as you love what you're doing. And as long as you keep that in mind, I feel like it like outweighs the burnout that you may have. Because like once you complete it, you could be like happy with your work, and then you could be like, oh, like this was actually worth it.
sweet. All right, the questions is now open to the floor. Jazzy, go ahead.
Okay, so building off on that, it was also an idea this year for us to have a lot of recap videos, have a lot of small things to film. But filming and editing takes a lot of time. As Lance has expressed before. So on top of preventing burnout, how will you put aside time to edit and film videos while also balancing your other responsibilities?
Other than school, I do have work. However, my work schedule is very, very flexible. And also sometimes the restaurant's not that busy, so I could edit at work sometimes.
Damn.
It's good food, guys. Sorry, well, can you restate your question? So I could like
Remote forward.
So yeah, how will you find time to put aside to edit and film and balance your responsibilities? So like work, school, let's say like other PAC events that you have to go to, because you do have to go to all PAC events to essentially film and photograph.
So how I will balance that out? I feel like balance will come like on the spot. So, for example, let's say I have a video to put out like by Friday, but there's also an event like on Thursday that I have to go to and cover. I would probably just grind it all out like the day before the Gen meeting or like the Thursday event, and then just be chilling for the rest of the week, I guess.
We'll take it over there.
You brought up previously how you collaborated with the nominee that's running this year. With the idea that you had for the PAC montages, how do you see yourself collaborating with other people on cabinet?
With other people on cabinet? Can you restate the first part? Sorry, I couldn't really.
Well, it's just like, the question is that I'm asking is how do you see yourself collaborating with other people on cabinet with your position?
Okay. So my main collaboration partner would be with PR. I mean, we basically run the Instagram for the account and showcase like the events and stuff. But other than that, I would ask, like for the videos and stuff, I would ask for feedback on what they want to see or ask like the presidents or the e-board for what they want, what they want to showcase, and try to revolve like my whole edit around that, I guess. And then in terms of other collaboration stuff, like just, yeah.
That's it.
Being that your full event is a Monday panel, can you tell us a little bit about your vision for how you want to plan the event, and what are some things that you saw this year that you would like to change for next year?
So I wasn't there for this year's alumni panel event because I had my mom wanted me home, low key. But from what I saw, they prompted up. From what I saw on the Instagram, they prompted up 4 chairs with people like the alumni, right? And they had like a little questionnaire for them. And they brought donuts too, which was pretty. I didn't get one, but cool. I guess reaching out like months and months in advance. I talked to Lawrence about how he planned it. He said that he would try to get to them, try to contact them in November of last year. So just like letting them know ahead, briefing them on what like possible questions people would ask. I still like the idea of the questionnaire. I know that spring semester kind of gets a little dead, so maybe like putting out more advertising for it, like putting out or telling Gen members what they could learn from it, what experiences they could gain from it, would I guess increase the amounts of people that would show up to that event. And then yeah, just other than that, I guess food too. Planning on what food to bring, and making sure it's within budget.
Lance, you have another question?
Oh, yeah. So, sorry. Like we kind of talked about, historian, or pretty much almost every cabinet position that has a lot of creative freedom, it does not really have a template that you have to go by. You could pretty much do anything you wanted with the position. What's gonna set you apart from past historians?
I believe it just boils down to my execution. I like how you mentioned like the template stuff. So if you look back at our Layla and I want to give more of a red theme to our thing. So instead of having, for example, this video that I made, it's nothing PAC related. It was just like a little test thing. But wait, slideshow. Yeah, so you see how it has like the little red border and then like the PAC logo? Instead of having a black thing, I feel like this it's like a watermark, I guess, to show that it's ours, which I didn't really see in the other reels that we've had. It was more of just like a 16:9 like montage or something. I mean, I guess you like included it at like the beginning or end of the video, but then again, I want to do more videos, you know. I guess that separates me from you, like not in a like you suck kind of way, but like
Not yet. Yeah.
it's just I like to do more videos because I feel like it creates more immersion to the club. It really gets people like, it makes them feel like they're there. That's what I'm trying to go for. It makes them feel like, you know, like that sense of like warmth and comfort. Mainly like, yeah. So yeah.
Alright, sweet. That's 6 questions. Congratulations.